Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to start off with a little bit of plant shifting. I recently showed you the green giant arborvitaes that are in the pots right in front of our barn. They've been in those pots for a few years now, and they're just now starting to show small signs of stress, so it's time to get them out. So we are going to do that. I don't know what that's going to be like, trying to get them out of those pots. Hopefully they slide right out. Those pots have saucers attached to the bottom, so they're not rooted through to the ground, so I think it'll be a little less shocking on them as opposed to pots where, you know, the roots have made their way out and they've already rooted in. Anyway, we're gonna go put those out in the dirt lands and we are going to plant these. I will have to probably paint the pots again and spruce those up in between, but I'd like to get the emerald green arborvitaes put in their place. It's gonna be a completely different vibe and I am looking forward to it. I don't think we'll get to it today, but I would like to plant around the bottom just with some fall color. It's just gonna have a very much so more structured look. And we have had all kinds of different things in these same pots through the years. Boy, what did we do first in them? I think I had Rosa Sharon standards, and then I had Desert Plains Pennisetum. We had boxwood spirals. We've had multiple different things. Maybe we can pop some of those things up on the screen through the years because these pots have served us well. They started off tan in the beginning. That's what color they were. And at that point in time, the barn was still blue, kind of like a blue-gray. And we had 2 garage doors instead of 3. So we've kind of done a complete morph on this whole thing, and so have the pots. The pots are now black, which I think looks really good against the white barn that has the black accents. And I think that they're still in pretty good shape. So I'd like to continue to use them for a while at least. But when I ordered these, and maybe I can show them from the other side, maybe the light's a little bit better. Yeah, there we go, looking a little more bright. I decided to order 5 instead of the 4 that I need for in front of the barn because I've got other areas I can use a 5th, and I'm glad I did because when you're trying to do something that matches and it's topiary, it's kind of inevitable that one of them is not gonna match. So these 3 here and the one over here match a lot closer, like the distance between the 2 spheres is about the same, but look at this one. It's much taller. So we'll be able to use that one out somewhere else. Not that it really matters. Like over here by the barn, the pots are far enough apart that I don't think anybody would really notice that, but you know, it's just one of those things. I remember one year we had, I think they were arborvitae spirals, and it wasn't a big deal, and it didn't really bother me, but it's just something that I noted. 2 of them, or maybe 3 of them, were all pruned to go in one direction, and then there was a one-off that went the opposite direction. And when you're doing something that's very balanced, it can kind of throw off the look a little bit. I still used them and I still loved them. It was wonderful, but it's just something I think about now. Like maybe I order an extra one because I've got plenty of spaces to use it. And yeah, anyway, Aaron ran to go get the tractor. I'm gonna need help with this, well, with most of this today because it's all heavy stuff. Like I can't imagine how heavy these arbs are gonna be because I'm guessing it's all one massive root ball inside the pots. And then these, I had to have Paul's help getting them out of the gator in this spot because they are so heavy. So anyway, Aaron's gonna come in and out to help me with some of this stuff. And then our other goal for today is to get the pier caps adhered to the top of the brick pillars. So we got a bunch of liquid nails. We talked to a guy that does masonry work in the area, and he said liquid nails would be great because it would adhere to both of them. It'd work really well. So we'd like to do that. I think it's supposed to be a little breezy tomorrow, and we have been kind of living on the edge, leaving those pier caps out there the last few days without a weight, without them attached. Ooh, and I just found a dime. Finders keepers. It's got Benjamin's name written all over it. I'm guessing the order for this project is to go dig all the holes. We're gonna use the 2-foot auger on the tractor to dig 4 holes for these arborvitaes so that those are prepped and ready. And then we're gonna bring the tractor over here to pull these plants out of the pots. I think that's the order of the day. And while we wait, today and tomorrow look like our last really hot days. So today is supposed to be 97 and then 94. And then we've got 3 days in the 80s and then the other 5 are in the mid to low 70s. So awesome. So I'm hoping to get projects done fairly quickly today and take the kids out swimming because it's one of the last really hot days. Also, I'll give you an update on this pot up here because it's beautiful. Look at this red bud. Isn't that amazing? It's put on so much growth, especially on this side, because it clearly gets more sun on this side. But look at the leaves on this thing. Now this is it Oklahoma Sweetheart or Carolina Sweetheart? Gosh, I can't remember. Why the 2 states? I don't remember which one it is. It's supposed to be more pink and white variegated, which mine is not. Mine is definitely more purple and green. doesn't even matter. These are so beautiful. Yeah, the whole area is just really boomed. It's thriving. Aaron, better get over here quick, otherwise I'm gonna end up giving you guys a full-on tour of this area. Do you want to go dig the holes first?
Sure.
Okay.
Paul's bringing the green tractor.
Okay, to get them out of pots.
Yeah, but we can go dig the holes.
I think that getting those all prepped would probably be the best.
Is the 20? Is this the 3 foot or the?
That's a 2 foot.
Okay, is that big enough?
I think so.
Oh.
I mean, these are 24-inch pots, so it can't be any bigger than.
Sure.
Yeah, they might be a little snug, but that'll be good.
Okay.
You know what? I don't think we can sneak the tractor back in. I was kind of thinking maybe back in here, but we've got some north poles maybe we'll tuck back in there that we need to hand dig. What if we put some right in here? That would look nice. Aaron has learned through the years just to hang back while I figure it out. Or not. Maybe he's on the phone. Okay, so in this spot, we've got a purple ash tree. We've got a Maximilian sunflower, which is massive. Do you remember when we transplanted this early this spring when the plants were like this big? And we just dug out a few root balls from the area that we just recently planted with the firelight hydrangeas. This was just overtaking clearly. It was overtaking that area and it just needed some space to do its thing. And my word, look at this. It's fixing to bloom. Probably in a couple, 3 weeks, we'll see blooms. Usually it's like end of September into October, but it's really taken to its new location. We've also got a blue spruce here, and just down the way, we've got a thornless hawthorn right down here. It's got beautiful hawthorn berries on it. Is that what you call the little berries on the hawthorn tree? Just berries? Not like a crab apple. Yeah, these are gonna be gorgeous. And then I think this crabapple is a perfect purple, perfect print, something like that. But if we kind of stagger the arbs right in here or put like a line of 3 and then pop the 4th one somewhere else, I think that'd be nice. Green giants can grow anywhere from 30 to 50 feet tall, like really tall, and between like 15 to 20-ish feet wide. My parents have some really big, mature green giants that are absolutely gorgeous. They're a lot like the spring groves that we plant around here, but I think the spring groves are supposed to stay a little bit greener in the wintertime. But they're gonna add some nice texture out here. Get his opinion on it. What do you think about right in here?
Yeah, like back toward the fence just a little bit.
Back toward the fence. Now they do get 30 to 50 tall and 15-ish wide. Do you think on this side, because it'll provide a little bit more block too, a little more layer?
Yeah,
right there. Okay.
Do you want to do it like staggered?
Well, I don't know if I think I want to do a group of 3 right here and then pop the 4th one somewhere else, if that works. Okay, now I just got to figure out exact placement. Take me a minute. Need a ride?
We should have made it a little longer.
Well, we're not going to probably park it with
we're not.
Attachments on. Not all the time.
I got my own ride, but you can give me a ride to my ride.
Okay. Save you a few steps, Aaron.
Heck yeah.
Conserve that energy.
Can you imagine, though, if we were walking?
Oh, man, we'd be in such good shape. We would be so...
But also, we would get so much less done.
Yeah, it's true.
It would just take so long.
All right, to the barn. Our pumpkin patch is cracking me up. I don't know if you guys can see. Probably not through the fence, but it's a complete weed patch. I see little peaks of orange and white, though, throughout. I think we're getting ready to harvest some of them, at least, here pretty soon. Are we gonna set them in the back of my gator, or?
We'll just take them one by one out there, probably.
Okay, like in the pot, or pull them out of the pot here?
I think we should pull them out of the pot here.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I'm sure that the root ball is like...
It's just probably a
it's
complete...
solid.
Yeah, which means I should probably grab a saw. I'm gonna need a pruning saw probably to cut through the root balls just to break up that root memory. There we go. It's not their intended use, but it works really well. Do you think we could try tipping the pot and sliding the root ball out first instead of like yanking them straight out?
Oh,
It would
yeah.
be less upset to the tree, and then if we could put the forks together, get underneath the root
Why
ball.
don't we just put the bucket then, if you want to go that route?
Forks will be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna set this on the ground to hopefully protect the pot. We got the first one out. It slid right out of the pot, and it's far less root bound than I thought it was gonna be. Thank the Lord. Oh, there's still like some workable soil. So Paul's putting the forks together, and we're just gonna try to slide right underneath the root ball. And I think it is going to be a fairly seamless transition. Gosh, these are pretty trees. Show me what you made, babe. Oh, you made a bag out of a paper plate. Great job. It's like a purse. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Slick. Okay, I'm gonna get in my gator and follow him out there. Minimal mess. And the pots, see, look at this. The pots are still in really good shape, minus needing some paint. Oh, I'm so pleased. A heart. Good job. All right, tree number 1 has been planted. Now it's a little wonky. Probably, Aaron, do you think this was the barn side?
Oh, I don't know.
So it was kind of growing out. I think it'll correct though, and it looks really good right here. Look at that. Little evergreen right in between those two deciduous. We ended up spreading them out down this fence line so that all the rest of the stuff won't be too congested in the end. It was going to be too much of a stretch to put them all 3, or put 3 of them in between these 2 trees. Yeah, that looks nice. And it went a lot faster than I thought it was going to, so we just need to do that 3 more times. Hanging up right here. It's like hanging up right on this corner right here.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. There we go. Yay. Boy, that one was the hardest one. Okay. They are all planted and they look amazing. This is the last one we put in the ground, just to the right of this blue spruce. Kind of shows you the size difference at this moment anyway. But oh, I think it's gonna be beautiful. I think they're just gonna add the softest, beautiful green texture into this bed over here. And the other three are kind of spread out here along this fence line. So I did tuck one right in here, knowing that it will eventually hit these, they'll touch. And we kind of want it to be a thicker border in some spots and maybe a little bit open in others, but this, we can definitely dig some of it out and move it elsewhere when and if we need to. And then there's one in between these two trees. Now that one had a little bit, I think this was the wonkiest one of all. It has this like little opening right in here, and it's 2 leaders, like 2 very strong leaders. I think we're just gonna let it go. We're just gonna see what it does. I mean, a person could go in and just cut one whole trunk off, and I don't know, maybe we'll get a wild hair and decide to do that, but for now, I think we'll just leave it. And then the last one right over here, kind of at the corner of this part of the paddock. Gorgeous. You can kind of pan down and take a look at all of them right there. I love it so much. So first part of our project is done. I think we're gonna go tackle the liquid nailing of the pier caps next. Look how cute.
We need a couple of ladders.
Yes.
Look at my lines.
What were you doing with the grass lines there, Aaron?
Well, I was trying to do like a wavy pattern.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't love it.
Oh, were you following what you did at the beginning?
Yeah, you follow the first curve.
Uh-huh.
Probably won't do that again.
Look at the firelights. They've colored up so much more from when we planted them.
Those will be really nice.
They will be. Okay, so we are up here in the entryway. We've got our caulking guns, liquid nails, and some ladders.
Should we get like a towel of some kind to lay these on upside down?
Could we just lay them? Are we just going to put it on the brick and then put the thing down on it?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, probably. So maybe.
I don't know. I guess. I don't know.
If we put it on the bricks, we can just set them down on the ground.
Or we could just set it on top of there so no mulch gets on it.
Yeah.
So you guys, let me just real quick go up front here. You can see we've got our plants sort of laid out still. Okay, so you can see the pier caps there on top of the pillars. And they're made of foam. And I know I went over this the last time we unboxed them and showed you, but just real quick, they are made of a high density foam that were cut with I don't know, a hot wire, Aaron?
Yeah.
Something like that.
There's like a video. I guess we can put it on the screen.
Okay. And then they're covered with a fiberglass mesh, and then there's a stucco. That's a synthetic stucco, and it's good for, it's like all weather. It would hold up to rain and all of that business. So we haven't decided what we're going to either paint them with or seal them with, but we do need to adhere them to the caps. And the reason why we had to go with foam is because we made our pillars just a little bit like 3-4 inches too big for a regular size pier cap. So we were getting into custom territory, which it was in the high teens of thousands of dollars to get them, and they weighed a ton, like a tremendous amount. We would have had to have engineered plans for our pillars and a bigger, deeper foundation than we do. We didn't know any of this. So the foam caps was just, it was kind of a wonderful thing to learn about. One of you guys sent us the information for that. So they came all the way from Florida. At this point, I sort of want to wait until our mail house is done. And that structure right here will be white, like our flower shed. And then of course, all of our fencing around here is white. So it's possible we might leave them this lighter color. We had talked about possibly doing a light gray. Aaron, you talked about doing like a sandstone, right? Color?
I don't know if sandstone is the right, because it's not orange. It's a little more of like just an off-white.
Sure, like a creamy color.
And I'm not even sure if maybe, that off-white actually starts off this way, and then over time it kind of becomes an off-white. So
probably.
I think I'm fine with the white though for now.
I am too, to be honest. I don't think black is the way to go because I think it would just disappear. It needs to look a little bit more prominent.
I googled images of black Pier cats.
And
I just didn't
care for it. I haven't seen it, what they look like, but I just feel like it would be the wrong way to go. They either need to be a light gray, a light cream, or a white.
I just couldn't find anything, like it's super popular to like, what's it like on trucks and stuff, blackout.
Oh yeah.
Everybody blacks out everything, but it just doesn't look traditional. I would rather go a little bit more traditional with, white as opposed to black. Just kind of, it looks a little bit too like modern or something like that.
Right.
And I didn't appreciate it, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, so today's goal is just to get the liquid nails put in. They're not going to look any different than they do right now, but we have to do it. I can actually feel like a little breeze picking up, Aaron.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh boy, let's get after this. I don't know how long it takes liquid nails to dry, do you?
Well, let's read about it.
Minimum 24 hours in most conditions for cure time.
Okay.
I think we should be good because I'll have all day today. It's supposed to be just like this all day, and most of tomorrow before I think any big breeze will come up. We'll hope. Okay, well, like I said, nothing has changed in the looks department, but we unloaded, like 3.5 tubes of liquid nails?
Yeah.
On the top of those. Yeah, almost 4 tubes of liquid nails. So 24-hour cure time, we should be good to go, and then we can decide later on if we want to paint them or not, or seal them or not. They should be impervious to weather-ish.
On the website, it says that they are, so I don't know.
Hope for the best. Hey, bud. All right, guys, so now we're gonna move on to the next project, which is painting those black pots. We've gotta brush them off, paint them, and then let them sit to dry for a little while. All right, so this is pretty straightforward. The supplies I'm gonna be using are some black plastic garbage sacks. I think I've been using these same sacks for like the last, I don't know, probably however long I've had these pots. I just let them dry along with the pots, and then I fold them back up and put them in the studio, and I bring them back out when I need to repaint. So we'll lay those underneath the pots when we get ready to paint, just to protect it doesn't really matter. If you get paint on the rocks, you can just do one of these, and it kind of just mixes the rocks together, but I try to catch the bulk of it with those. I'm going to use this brush just to brush off any excess junk on the outside. I'm not worried about the inside at all. Anyway, we'll use it mostly down here. And then this is the color I'm going to use. I always like to use a satin or a flat paint, just in black. This is a paint and primer in one, and it will spruce these pots up so beautifully, especially this part. Oh, it's going to look good. Black paint from years past. Oh, nice and shiny. I mean, it's wet, so, and it won't dry that shiny, but oh, it looks so fresh. Oh, I love it. A little bit more in the front here. And then I can just lift from the inside to release the bags so we can use them on the next pot. Oh my goodness, you guys, they look like brand new containers. They're so pretty, but I did see that there's a crack in one and a little hole starting to form in another. So we're just going to continue to squeeze out every last drop of life out of these containers. Look at them though. Aren't they beautiful? And the ground around them is completely clean. That was just what, like a 15-minute project to get them all brushed down, repainted. I'm going to let them sit here to dry for just a little while, and then we will plant our topiaries. Okay, pots are dry, so I'm going to put a little bit of soil in this container. They already have drip run to them, so I'm going to make sure that's flipped out for this part. I don't think we're going to need much though, because the root balls on these topiaries are pretty large. There's already a little bit of soil at the bottom of this container, so I am going to wait till we get the tree over here. Yeah, they're completely dry and hot right now. All right, you guys, got them all planted. Look at these. Look at how fun this is. Such a different look. Now, none of them are perfectly straight. We tried our best. I need to actually move this whole pot, I think, over, center it between these two doors a little bit better, but that just adds to the Dr. Seuss vibe, I think. And once we're able to add some color and some little kale beneath these, I think that's gonna really just add a little bit of a pop over here. We've just had such an unstructured vibe here for the last few years that it's nice to see something a little bit more trim, a little bit more tidy, I guess, in its appearance. Just changing it up. And to get more life out of the pots just makes me happy. When Paul and Aaron were over here, we were all discussing about how long we've had these here. It feels like we got them maybe the first year we moved in here. And with as much moving of pots as we do around here, it's surprising. I guess that's why we're so surprised. It's surprising that they're still sitting here. But here is a backed up look. I'm standing right underneath the ash tree, which feels glorious in the shade right now. And I'm just really enjoying this look. Oh. And that is going to actually do it for today's projects because it heated up quite a lot today. Really happy with what we got done though. This was kind of weighing on me when I was seeing what the arbs were looking like with this, just that tiny bit of stress. They're such nice plants and we've had them for so long that I just really wanted to get them out so that they can get going, and they have plenty of time before it gets really cold to kind of root in out there, and we barely disrupted their root balls, so I think that they won't have any problem with the transition. And pier caps have been attached, and I think they've even been out there for enough hours to where even if it picked up, the breeze did a little bit, I think they would stay put at this point. So all really great projects to have done, checked off the list. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.